Hello to my fathers and my mother, my brothers and sisters, my uncles and my aunties that have been following me up right from episode 1 of Lifetime Investment. You're welcome to the episode 5 of the Lifetime Investment on Agriculture. I believe you're enjoying the first fourth episode that you watch. So, for those who are just joining us, don't miss out. Check down there. You are going to get episode 1, episode 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth one. And you will actually get the sixth ones too. So, I decided to make this video to you so that you can know what to invest on, that you and your children, or probably your third generation, will benefit from it. So, and I've said a lot in other videos, and this is the one of episode 5. And in this one, I'll be talking on cashew. So I don't know, maybe you're wondering if cash is one of the investment too, but by the time you watch the video to the end, you will know that it's actually an investment. So if you are just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when next we drop a new content like this for you. Another episode is dropping, and if you don't subscribe, you're going to miss out. So subscribe so that you can learn and as well know what to go into. So especially our younger ones that have the money to do this kind of things and they are not thinking of it, it's really bad. So don't think your white collar job will feed you till your time comes. It can feed you and it can feed your children to the point of your satisfaction, but investment will do. And let me make this known to those that are watching me right now. Let me tell you this. I talk about business strategies. I said it even in the previous videos too. So you have to know how to strategize your business. Let me tell you this secret. For instance, now this cashew of a thing that I want to talk about. So you might call people to come to your farm and buy it that are not from company. So where they process all these products. So those people that are coming to your farm to buy it will actually buy it in a little money and sell it in a bigger money to the people that they are. So it will be better for you to get to the company direct. If you know where the process is, go there direct and tell them you have tons, you have large amount of cashew at home and you will need them to come and buy it, or you take it to them to buy it. You discuss it together so you know how it's going to work for you. So you do it like that. For instance, now the reason why I'm saying that is, assuming they come to your farm to buy 1 tons of, for example, if they come to your farm to buy 1 tons of cashew for 100 naira and they take it to the company to sell it, so they might sell it at the rate of 200 naira. You know what will happen? So they gain extra 100 naira, right? 50 naira might be for the transport and the other 15 naira will be their own gain. Now, without experiencing the kind of sufferness you through before getting that and selling it at the rate of 100 naira, they have already gotten half of that money within just a day or 2 days, or within a month of gathering everything together. So imagine how the gain will be if you are the one selling it to yourself. So no business strategist. So don't let me waste time on that. But I hope you understand what I was talking about. Now let's talk about cashew. Cashew is a business to go into too. It's one of the lucrative business in the market, even one of the best right now, because the rate at which they are demanding for cashew, that they are buying cashew, is very high. Yes, because I know a lot of people that do buy acres of land to plant cashew, and I know a man that planted this, and it's not even more. It's not even depending on white collar job. It's not depending on. It's not even looking for employment or whatever thing. So all these employments, they won't pay you, but all this investment, it will pay you more than what employment will do. And once in this cashew of a thing, once you plant it, so it won't demand for feeding money, drinking or medication money. It won't demand for any other thing that will just cost you. The only thing that it will demand is money for weeding. You have to weed it to keep it clean so that the cashew will do well. So it take cashew something like that 3 to 5 years before it bring fruit, depending on the varieties. So something like that before it will bring fruit, because before it will start producing. So once it start producing, so you will be selling it out. Now let me tell you, the fruit is not what we are dealing with in cashew. Before you rate it low, that what will I be using the fruit to do? How many people are taking cashew in the market that will be disturbing myself with the fruit? It's not something like that. It's the seed, the seed that matters. So the way they buy the seed, the rate at which they buy the seed in markets today is very high. So only those who have cashew can tell the fact that cashew is selling so far. So now that this business of poultry and other like that of livestock have come down, cashew is still selling well in the market. Imagine you having acres and hectares of land that is full of cashew, matured ones, and you are harvesting it. Do you know how much that will bring in for you? So that is why I have to talk on cashew. And cashew, it takes cashew more than 25 years before it could die. More than 25 years. So after 25 years, you may be thinking of another place to plant it. But let me tell you the truth, before that 25 years, you would have make money that is worth more than waiting for that 25 years for that cashew to die. Does cashew have diseases? No, I haven't seen it. It may have, because really that is not the part I want to talk in this video, whether it has diseases or it doesn't have. But I'm very sure it does have. But your main concern is the seed and not the fruit. So even if the fruit got rotten, that is none of your business, because that is not even making money. But the seed should be your major concern. And I've not seen diseases that are affecting the seed like it affects the fruit, the main fruit. So that you don't need to bother yourself much about controlling it. But it's just, if you feel like spraying it, you can do that. But cashew do grow big and wide. So just forget about spraying it with pesticide or any other thing like that. What you need to do is cut the grasses, make your farm clean. That is all. And your cashew will be coming out time to time, and it will be giving you fruit. I think it happens once in a year, like in dry season it will give you, the next season it will give you too. So, and you will get tons of cashew to sell and make huge amount of money from it too. So which soil are good for cashew? It's actually loamy soil too, and that of clay soil. No, you can plant on sandy sand too, but don't let it be the one that is dry, that has no water. No, at least it will have clay, addition of clay and sandy sand. So you see, if you deal with soil, you will know all these things I'm saying. It's just like loamy soil, but it have sandy sand on it, things like that. So you can plant on it and the crop will do well. So it doesn't matter if your land is close to a river bank or close to wherever place it is that it will get water. So what matters most is to plant it in a very good land, and you control the weed, and you take good care of the cashew tree, and you will make your money out of it. So this is the fifth episode of lifetime investment on agriculture. Like I told you, my name is Simeon. Really, I believe you would have gained one or two things out of this video too, and to help you to know what to invest on. So can keep on watching and wait for the episode 6 as I drop it as soon as possible. So thanks for watching all our videos. Don't forget, subscribe.